about me. Am I cute? Am I cute? Tell me. Never do what's expected? Okay. Bim, boom, bam!
I ever posted on this channel was called The Problem with Women in Games, and
That's it. The problem with women in games, they exist. Boom. That's it. That's it. Back it up. Short video, happy ending. That's it. We don't want it anymore. Video over. 10 out of 10. I'm sending my upload. Beautiful video. Thank you. Clappy.
why it's killing hype. Over the last year, we have come back to this topic several times and I have expanded on my thoughts, but you know, a very small optimistic part of me was kind of hoping that by now it would begin to fade into obscurity, become a distant memory. Well, if last week has shown us anything, unfortunately, that is not the case. But before we get into all of that, there actually was a ton that happened this past week.
Yes, we released our brand new Gamer Subs flavor, Cosmic Mind Break, with code Scoochie and 10% off. That was the most important thing, okay? That's all you have to know. Yes.
saw lots of updates, news, reveals, and there is so much that I am excited about. First being Jeff Keighley's High Guard Redemption arc.
Hooray! Good job, Geoff. Good job. I will forever call him Geoff. He's a good guy.
Which, even though the feed was stutter maxing almost the entire live stream, he got off to a great start by completely mogging both the State of Play and Xbox Showcase. Summer Game Fest opened up on Resident Evil Veronica, which is very exciting.
Bro, I wanna play so bad. I hate it when they start teasing me and it's like it comes out next year. Like, give it to me right now.
I cannot wait for this remake. You guys probably know if I had to pick a AAA dev that I think is really crushing it right now, it would be Capcom. They have been on such a roll lately. We saw the reveal for Final Fantasy VII Revelation, the third and final part of the remake trilogy, and learned that the lovely Tifa is joining Street Fighter. Monster Hunter Wilds is getting its big expansion. Pow World is finally hitting 1.0.
I saw. Dude, Paul Ward, I'm not a furry, but Paul Ward is making increasingly more and more fuckable Pokemons, Paul World, whatever creatures. I'm just saying, I saw it on Twitter. Don't at me. I'm just a messenger. Okay? I'm merely just a messenger.
No, on July 10th, and I just know Nintendo was coping hard watching Jeff and the audience hype it up so much. The Blood of Dawnwalker, the vampire RPG from the X-Witcher crew, is coming this September, along with any other game that has apparently ever been made, but it looks great. On Amusha, Way of the Sword showed up at State of Play. I played through the demo and I enjoyed it, although Capcom, I do have to ask, what are we doing with that chatty inanimate gauntlet? Making me a little nervous. A very quick aside here, this actually reminds me of one of my minor complaints about Pragmata. Even though I loved the game, you and Diana did not give you a moment of silence.
Hey, I like Diana.
Stellar Blade Blood Rain was announced.
I don't understand. How can anyone look at this character and think that's a child? It's like there must be something wrong with the world if you look at a character like that and it's like, yeah, how? Maybe you should, no, I want to say that maybe you should take a look at a real life child, but knowing what these people are saying, maybe it's better if you stay the fuck away from children. Because, please do not. Yeah, do not look at them, don't think about them, do not visit any schools. Hell no.
And I am very excited for this, and of course we will be coming back.
It looked really good.
Back to Eevee in just a bit. Mortal Shell 2 beta is out. I'm playing through that now. It's pretty impressive so far. Alien Isolation 2 is...
No comment.
Finally happening 12 years later, and it looks...
Okay, but when is it coming? When is it coming? Give me the date. Tell me right now. When?
Incredible. Will IGN give this game another 6?
Okay, I am going to find Mr. McCaffrey and I'm going to do some... Okay, Mr. McCaffrey. Okay.
I don't know. Only time will tell. We got another look at
5.9. I can't. How much did they give to fucking Mixtape? Wasn't that like a freaking 10 out of 10 game according to IGN? And the game was literally playing itself. Like you didn't even have to do jack shit.
Beastie Reincarnation from Game Freak. Yes, the Pokemon studio. You'll play as Emma, so I'm very excited to adventure as her and her wolf companion named Koo this August. Xbox did a whole deep dive on Gears of War E-Day, which is an Xbox exclusive, but it is still coming to PC. We got a brand new Spyro in the works. There is the remake of Halo 1 coming. And
oh no. Oh no, Halo. Oh.
And Persona 6 was officially announced, along with a reveal.
I'm cautiously optimistic. Bro, every time I see anything about Halo coming out, it's always becoming just worse and worse.
Persona 4 revival. We saw more of Fable, which I
didn't want. I saw, you know what? That was against my will. I did not wish to see anything out of the new Fable.
When I read the complaints from such people that say a character that obviously is an adult, is a child, I automatically think, may I see your browser history, please?
I do not wish to see their browser history. They are fucked.
I didn't even realize was Fable for like the first half of the trailer.
Dude, I don't know how, but Fable actually accidentally mastered how to put the ugliest motherfuckers into, like, all of the ugly motherfuckers into the same game. It's actually insane. There is not a single character that looks good. No one. No women, no dudes, no nothing. Everyone looks ugly. It's you know, if you maybe it was a hard work, actually.
But the more I see of this game, the less excited I am for it. I'm so sorry. In my opinion, it is just feeling more and more like a generic Western fantasy slop. To be fair though, I do think what
it's, you know what? Beside the obvious that she looks not good, I'm going to phrase it like this before someone tells me that, you know, she's not supposed to look good, she's just a middle-aged blah, 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 blah. It looks so outdated. Like, bro, this game is not even out yet, and it looks like something it was released like 5 fucking years ago.
We saw of Haley Atwell's performance.
It's so stiff, it's so dull, there's no colors, there's no nothing. Yeah, there's no boob, there's no...
Performance as Isabelle was really good, and while I personally feel like she actually looks a bit...
I like it that her hairline is an exact straight line. I don't think I have seen too many people with such a perfectly straight ruler hairline, but that's very good.
Closer to her normal self. And
yours isn't? No, usually, like, you see, even this woman's hairline is sort of like an oval. It has like a little curvature to it, because that's how it usually is. And then it's like a military boss haircut, you know?
Better than literally any...
Dude, this woman looks good. I don't, you know, I will give you that. I agree that not everyone should be a top model, right? Not everyone should be beautiful in games. But why the fuck do you actually hire beautiful, beautiful people and you just uglify them? Then give ugly people a chance, for fuck's sake, man. If you're not planning on actually make them look fuckable, then just get, I don't know, literally the janitor or something. You know?
Any other character that we saw in that whole trailer, Western devs just...
Like, what is that? Brother, what is that? Dude, I swear my biggest problem is that it looks so fucking outdated. It looks like... It's like fucking old PlayStation Prince of Persia level of gameplay. It's weird.
Devs just cannot help themselves. It is actually crazy to see how they keep failing these beautiful Hollywood actresses, which, speaking of...
I hope that they are going to get paid really well. I really hope. Just hire mid-models. Yeah, but the thing is, if you hire mid-models and then you promo your game that you hired a mid-model, no one is going to care because that person is mid. So they have to hire beautiful models to attach their name to the game to get some huff and puff, except that they don't want the boys to have fun and they don't want the women to be hot, so they are kind of ugly. But they already used their name, so it doesn't matter.
It is not anything new, and definitely not new to the Fable franchise, but AAA continually hiring these big Hollywood actors for these massive projects cannot be cheap in an industry that is
Dude, I saw that in the new God of War game, they got the actor of the cube to mocap. You can think whatever you want of the character of Faye, like she's ugly, she's beautiful, whatever. It's a fucking cube. Why would you get the guy to mocap a cube? It doesn't have a face. It doesn't have any motions with body. There's no limbs. And I am losing my marbles. Like, yeah, it's a fucking cube. Just get him a fucking animator and get him to the studio to voice act it. Why would you do that?
actively struggling and raising costs on everything. I legitimately cannot.
That, oh my god, that, exactly. What? You see that? It's nonsense. They fucking took, literally, like, what is it? Like a fucking mop. They tied around him, like the mop poles, and it's like, good luck, Huey, okay? Now you're going to be the cube. Why? Why? Why would you do that? It's actually insane.
Believe Jack Quaid was actually used to mocap or block.
I don't know his name. For me, he's going to be always Huey from The Boys. He's a boy. Even now, he's a boy from The Boys doing a cube. But, like, is this really necessary? It's like, congratulations. Instead of being, like, I don't know, 20k for the modeling, now it's going to be, like, a fucking 100k because you have to pay out the actor. This is why games are becoming so fucking expensive, because you spend money on stupid shit like this. Ah.
For the cube in God of War. Why didn't they just have someone else stand in for that? Why does that character exist in the first place? I don't know, but...
Why do you have to make up a cube? It's a cube. Imagine that you have a character and it's going to be like the next level. It's not going to be a cube, it's going to be a ball, a sphere, and there is just going to be someone with like an inflated bodysuit or something to mocap the sphere. And then the next franchise, we might even get a pyramid or something. Oh my god.
Like I said at the start, this week has been a lot. But the one announcement that we just have to talk about right off the bat is, of course, State of Play's big reveal, God of War Laufey. The
yeah.
New mainline God of War game,
It's so wobbly.
Confirmed by Sony themselves, that does not...
I want you to know that she paused that on purpose on that frame. She's not going to say it, but she paused it on that frame for a purpose, okay? Yeah. It's beautiful. 10 out of 10.
Nice. What you are both missing is that these unions that control acting and voice acting are insanely powerful and probably have some clause that says if you want to use his likeness you need to pay him, and to pay him he needs to do certain work.
It's fucking stupid. Also, okay, hot take, but why do you have to have a famous Hollywood actor to be the voice of a random game? Like, yeah, sure, if you can score someone, like how Kratos' voice is also an actor and he has this amazing, deep, vibrating voice, what I fucking love, then it's like, fair enough. But why do you... Marketing people want him? Okay, when was the last time anyone said that we want Huey from The Boys for marketing purposes? Like, don't get me wrong, I don't hate the guy, but he's not like a Leonardo DiCaprio. No one fucking was. Okay, if you want someone from The Boys, then you're going to get Homelander's actor. Okay? Like, that's who is going to be like, oh, okay, you got him. Wow, you're not gonna get fucking Huey. Ah.
Feature the God of War. And I knew as soon as this game was...
Yeah, or Billy Butcher.
...revealed any feedback or criticism surrounding...
I love it that even on this picture... Faye looks so fucking angry. She's just like looking back and it's just like, ah, Like, I don't know what's up. Like, maybe she's on her period or whatnot. I mean, there is a little bit of splash of blood here, so it could be that she's going through the emotions. Been there, done that, girl. Oh my god.
The creative decisions, the sidelining of Kratos in his own franchise was immediately going to be overtaken by the gamers hate women crowd, and it has been very interesting to see how it has evolved from you're sexist, you're just a gooner chud, to, you know what, if you'd rather play as Kratos in your God of War game, you're actually just gay.
Right. How could I... Duh. How could I not think about it? Well, fuck. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You were trying to play God of War with the God of War instead of the God of War's second dead wife and magical jello cube. Wow. What are you, gay? Also, why would they say that? I'm sorry. Since when is being gay offensive? Why are they using being gay offensive? What's wrong with the boys want a boy? Huh? Let the homies have the boys. What the fuck?
The discourse is basically a hydra at this point. Each time you chop off
and in June, so rude.
one gamers hate female characters accusation, 3 more grow back to take its place. And this gets us back around to the very start of this video, this ongoing
question.
Yeah.
Why have unions in the first place? They are nothing but trouble, and make everything more complicated than it really needs to be.
Okay, I'm gonna be very real with you. Since I never properly had a job that wasn't just by myself, I don't know jack shit about unions, so I will not comment on that. Like it or hate it, the only thing I hate is HR with burning passion. But yeah, it's to protect workers. I know what they are, but I don't know them enough to form an actual educated opinion whether they are useful or not useful, you know? So you only streamed as a job? Nope. I have done many other things. I was standing in the corner of the street. It was very busy all day, all night. Yeah.
Pattern of female characters in games and how they are continuing to be misrepresented and treated in the West, most notably by AAA. And
I was an artist, you retard. I have been living off of art since forever. What are you talking about?
Oh heck, that's what's wrong with me. I'm gay. Fuck.
It's true. I was working for like gaming companies and whatnot. So why are you facing it? Because you ask stupid question, stupid answer.
I'm tired, boss. First off,
I'm
Sony
tired,
was
boss.
out.
Bro, Kratos. Do you know what? I kept seeing people saying that Kratos is not an attractive man, and I don't know where to look. I think he's a good-looking man. I don't know where is this coming from that he is not a good-looking man. Everyone is calling Kratos ugly, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, are we looking at like different... What the fuck? Yeah, he's a manly, masculine man, but he's a good-looking man. And his voice, these people are idiots.
You're hyping up this state of play like crazy. We had a very early countdown, lots of industry buzz about it. They even brought it back to select movie theaters for the very first time since 2018. Even I was getting super curious.
Masculine, well, that's the problem. Well, how about that? Men with balls and testosterone still being masculine. Damn, in 2026. Holy shit, is that in the budget?
About what was about to be revealed, but after they opened with Wolverine, my brain went 2 directions.
I don't know why, but all the X-Men games look always so ugly. I don't know. Soyverine. I didn't like it.
Unions are nothing but government-paid lapdogs that turn with the direction of the political wind.
Very nice.
The first being, no way. Are they actually the ones to get to show off more GTA 6? And the other being, oh, we're about to get more intergalactic.
No! I am begging game developers to stop with the bald women archetype. I can't. Give my girls a toupee, a wig, literally anything. Stop it. Wait, that's a woman? Yeah, that's a chick, and she's not very likable from the trailer. At least I didn't like it. Just God damn it, man. I'm so tired of these like weird, oddly androgynous, like, are you a boy, are you a girl, it doesn't matter, I'm angry and everything is your fault archetype, you know?
Aren't we? Imagine my surprise though when it ended with God of War laundry.
Oh, she looks so adorable on the first one though. I really like the pink dress and whatnot. It's adorable. I like it. You know what? And she smiles on the second picture. I would listen if they would make a God of War laundry and it's just like, you know, like a pressure washer simulator. I would probably buy it. Unironically, like I am not above that. I would buy it for the hee hee and the ha ha. Adorable.
After the 20-minute reveal,
can we agree that VTubing's for women and gaming is for men and we shouldn't mix? I disagree. I think VTubers and gamers should be men and women. It's just we have to leave the retards out, okay? Believe it or not every gamer girl is obnoxious, okay? These are not the gamers, it's the fucking activists who are like, oh my god, attractive women? I don't think so. Like, real gamer girls are going to appreciate beauty and beautiful game characters, you know? They are not gonna be like, oh, well, she should not have big tits. You should cover her ankle. You should da.
Within a few minutes, my whole feed was talking about it. Hot takes, memes, defenses of...
It's so stupid, man. It's like they are trying to capture comedy, but it's such an outdated comedy. All this need is like a laugh track under it. You know, this is like a painful sitcom humor, like, haha, Jello going to save you, haha, you know, and it's just like, ha ha ha, laugh track in the back, and it's like...
The defenses, people splitting into different camps, fans saying it is not a god.
You know what it is? It's like watered up Deadpool humor. Like, Deadpool humor worked because it was the first and it was unexpected and it was like funny and, you know, it was kind of like charismatic. And this is just like when you have a coffee pod and you use it for like the third cup of coffee. That's what it is. And it's just like, oh.
God of War game without Kratos. Why would we want to play
Horrible.
as his 45-year-old dead wife? Other fans who are excited about it, and some people who just really hate the cube. However you dice it though, the backlash was real and pretty significant, and the fact...
That's a lot of dislikes, gentlemen. That's, yeah, that's a respectable amount of dislikes. Yep. That's, yeah.
Last reaction from Santa Monica on everything was pretty telling. Pretty quickly after it all started, they went into full PR mode. Basically, this reassurance of, don't worry, Kratos is still the god of war. We promise we have so many more stories to tell with him. Please just come along for the ride with Faye. Although, given production timelines and the fact that Sony themselves called this a mainline entry, I know we've got the remakes coming, but probably we will not see a brand new Kratos game for, I don't know, 6 years or more.
I just, you know what I don't know? Like, I don't think anyone has a problem with them launching like a side game, you know, like a spin-off or anything. But who is this really for? Like, I don't... For you? Yeah, but you are a soy boy, so it's understandable that you want it, right? Like, I'm not quite sure who the target audience is. Is it the girlies? Is it the boys? Because the boys... You know, like, you play God of War because you want to feel like the God of War, right? You want to go on, like, big adventures and you want to fight gigantic monsters and be like, brah! And this one... I don't know. Maybe the game is going to be good. I don't know. It's a little bit, It's like... it's like you take God of War and you smoothen the edges, and it's a little bit cutesier, a little bit more quirky. It's a little bit more fun. It's like you and your little Disney side companion going on an adventure, and you know, like, listen, if that's what you're into, that's perfect. Then you have the absolute game coming up for you. For me, particularly, I am not a Disney girly, okay? I have been to Disneyland once in my entire life. I haven't even seen half the Disney movies. So I am not too keen on the quirky little sidekick and the cute female going on a la 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 road.
So that promise from them is doing a lot of work. But my favorite part of this whole thing was when Domino's...
Also, don't bite me, but I'm gonna say it. This game looks also fucking outdated for me. I don't know. I just look at it and it looks like that if you would have told me that this came out in 2021 or something, I wouldn't be surprised. You know? It's nothing like, you know, when you boot up like E33 and it's like it's a completely different and new and everything, and
What's
it's like,
your
whoa.
GamerSupps discount code again?
It's Katskatjan. You know, but this one looks like exactly like 5 other game I could list you on, and there's nothing fancy about it. There's 3 shades in this fucking image. I really hope that they will start using colors again. Listen, at least they used like a splotches of like red or purple, so I'm not going to be entirely ungrateful, but I am looking for more colors.
UK tweeted out that a
Soon.
God of War game with no Kratos...
I saw this. A fucking Domino's UK had no right to be this savage about it.
is like a pepperoni passion pizza with no pepperoni. Some random intern being more in line with the audience than actual Santa Monica.
54 months on the station.
Hey,
Oh,
Ghosty.
neat. A lamp.
Dude, they got so much like and comments on it. It was fucking hilarious.
Themselves, and instead of just ignoring it, Santa Monica fired back with, "Okay, thanks for the feedback, Domino's Pizza."
I actually like the feedback too. I can just imagine them being like completely deadpan and it's just like, okay, thanks for the feedback, Domino's Pizza corporate account. So kudos to them. I kind of like that.
Corporate account. And yes, I guess that is the best that they could do. Shortly after came the headlines defending them getting rage baited by a pizza company, and I don't see how any of this is how a confident studio behaves. You don't reassure people that hard and fast. You don't get baited by a pizza chain over a
Pizza.
creative decision that is supposedly working very well, publicly saying that you're disappointed and hoping people will give the game a chance. You shouldn't have to put on a brave face just because of the latest entry in your decades-long established franchise. A studio that trusts its premise and its audience just shows you the game and lets it speak for itself. And funnily enough, in the same week, we got to watch a studio do exactly that. Over
Now we are talking.
at a Summer Game Fest, Shift Up
Now we are talking, gentlemen.
announced Stellar Blade Blood
Yes. Yes.
Rain with a brand new lead named Evie. I
Looks
think
good.
the gameplay and graphics look really incredible.
Listen, I was never like a 1000% tomboy believer, but Evie is perfect. Okay, like chef kiss. She's peak tomboy. I fucking love it.
I'm very excited. It is looking a bit different from the first game. The combat has shifted from the blade over to gauntlet.
You say that Evie is a downgrade from Eve. I actually disagree. If they would make another character that looks like just like big boobs, just looks exactly like Eve, then there's no point. Then you're just making a clone. It's very obvious that they were trying to make an attractive character, but capture like a little bit of a different stereotype, you know? If it's going to be like, oh, Eve and then Evie number 2 and Eve number 3 or something, then there's no point. Then just might as well go on with Eve. I think they made the right decision with this. It's different enough that people are not going to mix up the two, but I actually like it.
The combat has shifted from the blade over to gauntlet and melee. The music still sounds fantastic though. And it is self-published now, not by Sony. And even though I was really sad to see that Eve is no longer the main character, the studio said that Evie is connected to Eve and that the goal is not to outdo her, but to make a character that players can connect with even more. They also mentioned that while looks are important, they are not everything, and they are heavily focusing on Evie's personality and improving the writing, which I think is great. So now we have got
What? A likable female character that we can play as? In 2026? Whoa. Whoa. Ain't no fucking way. So you're telling me that she's not just going to tell me that I'm wrong in everything and she's just going to, like, you know, fix everything by herself, be like obnoxious? Madness, I tell you. Oh my god.
Studios, both handing you a new female lead, and this is where the whole you just hate female characters thing finally shows its hand once again, because nobody is actually against female leads. We have had 30 plus years of beloved ones, plenty of which are my favorite characters, and the lineup that people are hyped for right now is stacked with them. The demand has never been no female leads. The demand...
You know, it's such a stupid fucking argument. Think about Resident Evil 9. You could play as Grace. And I would say that Grace was a beautiful character and she was not sexualized whatsoever. Like, there was no cleavage, there was no ass, no nothing. She was just a very attractive character. And no one said that people, like, boys hate playing as her. No one fucking said it. And now they are just like, oh my god, you only want to play her because she's sexualized. No. No. It's not about that. The character doesn't have to be sexualized. Grace was a very likable and lovable character. Eve is also a very likable and lovable character, but also she's really fucking hot. Okay? Western studios make characters who are not attractive, and they are also not likable. They are loud and obnoxious and demanding and nagging and just like generally like you don't want to spend time with it. You know, that's the problem. I don't think that too many people would be bothered about it. And the problem is that when you look at the graphics, we had so many games that now there's a precedent. When you look at the graphics and you start to notice the signs that, oh, like that person was really a little bit like uglified compared to the actress, you will know what kind of personality will come with it. You know, and that's why people are like immediately rejecting it. And maybe God of War Lofi is going to be a good game. Maybe she is going to be very likable and she will have a heart-wrenching story and it's going to be like 10 out of 10 game of the year. But gamers are immediately rejecting it because there is a precedent set that if you look like that, it's going to be shit and it's going to feel shit, right? Like, I'm not saying it will be, but there is a chance. Right? There is a timeline, a hypothetical timeline where Harambe didn't die, and in that timeline, God of War Lofi is going to be a 10 out of 10 game, right? It's not even about how she looks, it's just it always comes as a package deal. That, hey, you had a successful franchise that was led by a strong masculine man. You replaced it by a mid-woman who will be probably not very kind or entertaining or likable. And then they are going to be like, oh, if you don't like it, don't play it. This is not for the gamers. And then they will call the gamers misogynistic for not playing the game. And then we are going to be just like, oh yeah, gamers are the worst people ever. I swear we had like so many rotation of this. You know? Like we have a precedent even with the Stellar Blade things. It's the way it usually starts. Is that they will call you a misogynist for liking the sexualized design, and then they are going to be like, actually, she's a lesbian icon, and actually this is for the girlies, and actually the men shouldn't even play it because this was meant for them all together. And it's like, we have the steps. They did that with Bayonetta, and now whenever anyone sees a picture of Bayonetta, the chick with the husband and her tiny daughter, they are just like losing their fucking marbles, you know? They are like, no,
Have
she's a
you seen
lesbian
people
icon.
started the movement after noticing there is this purple light in every failed game they made in last 10 years, so people started to call it games with bisexuality lighting.
Oh, bro, I did see that. I'm sad because I really like that color scheme and everything, you know? But I don't know, man. It is a good color. I like. I'm not going to call it like that because there are many games that have that, and it's perfectly fine. But let's not kid ourselves. People recognizing patterns is normal, and you cannot be mad at someone when they start to recognize it. When there is like details there. Like, I'm sorry that I have common sense and I have a brain. I am. The worst thing is, if these games would be $30, I don't think anyone would care about anything. But these games are $60 and up. So not only you're being fed a shit game with shit graphics and shit gameplay, but you also have to pay so fucking much for it. Like, I'm sorry, I can't tolerate a mid gameplay for $30. For 60, 70, 80, I am not going to. And I'm going to tell you that I'm not going to, and you're going to flop.
Is accept our female leads, but
like, be honest with me. When you look at the details in this game, right? Like, just like the armors and whatnot.
I will commit a terrible sin and dare to say that Evie's holy butte can easily compete with our Yap Cat. Just look at that shot from her back.
Thank you. No, but hold on. So when you look at these graphics, don't tell me that this is on the same level as the God of War Lofi game. And I'm not saying that it has to be on the same level. But I can tell that this is a game that will come out 2027 or whenever the fuck it will come out. It looks crisp. It has colors. It has details. It looks new. It's very fluid. The mechanics are beautiful, right? And the other one is just sort of... Like, I have seen that a million times. It's not very refined. It's a little bit dull. It's a little bit gray. It's a little bit like every other game that happened before.
But then when someone goes and creates one that doesn't...
Nice. Also, the jiggle physics, okay? I cannot not say the jiggle physics. That is just go...
quite fit into that narrative, it is... Oh no, not that one. Faye is just the latest example of the whole Western AAA...
Like, come on. Let's not kid ourselves. Like, characters aside, can we just take a moment to compare the combat mechanics of whatever we saw from God of War Lofi and Stellar Blade? Like,
of the whole Western AAA female character problem.
I know that they are not like the same and it's not supposed to be the same, but is it normal to have such a big gap in quality? It's just such a big gap. It's a gigantic gap.
Played by Deborah Ann Woll and...
Also, whoever says that chick, the first chick, is not hot is a goddamn liar. And if people say that is the exact fucking same one-to-one render, I swear to God, there will be ball slappings. Okay, who gullumped her? They played her so fucking dirty. She is such a beautiful actress.
Actual stunning woman. Nobody is disagreeing with that. Even the people defending her design agree. They are sharing her real life photos going, you don't like this? See? She is gorgeous. And yes, she is. That is kind of the whole point. Even her current day photos, if you want to be super fair, when you put them next to the in-game model, there is a noticeable gap, and that gap is not on accident. Despite what we have been told, it is...
I think it's because she's smiling. I don't think I have seen any cutscene of Luffy smiling.
It's not a tech limit. It is not just the lighting.
Also, here, I have a hot take. I know that you want to be like sort of realistic so that you can tell that the face mocap model is just like in real life. But do you remember when art was supposed to make everything prettier? Like, wasn't that the point that you take reality and you add something to it? You add a little bit of whimsy, you add a little bit of flourish. Like, yeah, sure, not all of them, because we have like grotesque art, or like, you know, Picasso was kind of fucked up in the head too. But why? I feel like there is something about Western companies rejecting beauty. And they just find a way to uglify. But it's only the women. Like, there is beauty in the details. Like, a flower can be detailed, or a man can be detailed. But a woman doesn't. It cannot be. It's almost like they view beauty as a weakness or something. You cannot be beautiful because the man will like you, and if man will like you, then you're being used by the patriarchy or whatever the fuck they think. I don't know, you know? And then it's just like, yeah, if you're ugly and no man wants to goon to you, then you're a stronger female than if you would be beautiful. I don't understand. Oh, that was good.
Praise be Naya.
Praise be. Kojima can get accurate looks for men and women. Ain't it curious? Well, yeah, but he's Japanese, so the Asians don't suffer from this. That's why Stellar Blade is fucking Korean. That's why she looks hot as fuck.
You can see it the second you put the two side by side. It's the same issue we've talked about on this channel 100 times already. The one that only ever happens in the West.
You know what? I will also say something. I don't even think that Faye is that ugly. I think she's absolutely mid. I don't think she's ugly by any means. Like, we have seen Concord level of ugliness. I think the people freaked out because they know the pattern. They know that this is like, we are down up here and it's only going to go down. I actually don't think she's that ugly. I think they just know that this is the beginning. If this game would perform well, then there would be no need to return for Kratos. You know, and then it's going to be an even uglier, or it's going to be the plot that, oh, actually Faye realizes that Kratos was an abusive husband, so Faye finds herself a new girlfriend, and they will become, and they just girlfriend together into the sunset. Okay, that's like a common fucking plot all the goddamn time. You know that if you give them an inch, they will take a mile. Excuse spoilers. I swear to you, I don't want that.
The one that only ever happens in the West. Fable.
And okay, they have done this actress so dirty, and that's probably the most flattering picture of the Fable chick. I swear to God, I thought that the Fable main character was a guy, like a really fucking ugly British guy. I was so sure about it until I was told that that's a chick. I was so convinced.
Star Wars Outlaws.
Dude, that's gnarly. Bro, fuck, that's gnarly. I don't know how that happened. Holy shit. Why did they give like the chin butt cheek? Why is it so refined? Like, her chin is splitting into a ball sack. Holy fuck, man.
Mary Jane.
That was good.
Evil can't create, it can only corrupt.
I can see that. I think Mary Jane is sort of mid. Like, she isn't ugly per se, but she's aggressively mid. Like, I would definitely choose Black Cat over her in this franchise.
In Spider-Man 2, the new Jean Grey, and
they just kind of look bland. They look like, if you would tell me that this character is the same as the other character, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
The new Jean Grey and Wolverine, actually most characters in that game, a beautiful actress or just a strong.
And also, have you noticed what is similar about all of these characters besides that their faces are fucked up compared to the original actress?
Mary Jane.
Have you noticed that they are all so fucking fully dressed? There's like layers upon layers. There are no boobs, there are no curves, no fat ass. So every feminine feature is basically reduced. You know, you don't have an hourglass. You don't have any of that. There's no fan service. It's like if you would tell me that she lives in fucking Utah and she's a Mormon and she already has like 4 kids and expecting the 5th one, I would be like, yeah, girl, you go, you know? But it's just like, god damn it, man. Can I see an ankle? Like, hot damn, in 2026.
In Spider-Man 2, the new Jean Grey and Wolverine, actually most characters in that game, a beautiful actress or just a strong original design gets...
Why do they always look angry? Because if a girl smiles at you, that counts as weakness. I don't know. Don't ask me. I don't know.
Run through whatever the opposite of a beauty filter is, and we get handed the result, while everyone else insists it looks no different, or it looks fine, or it is just the technology. And to be clear, she is not hot enough is not my whole argument here. I am not saying every female character needs to look like a supermodel, but when it is this clearly intentional that she has been altered...
No, but the thing is, she doesn't have to look like a supermodel, but you have to pick a fight. You cannot have a character that is ugly as fuck and also unlikable and expect the thing to sell. So you either have to make her hot and unlikable, or not hot, but like extremely likable personality-wise. I think the boys don't give a fuck if there's a character who is insanely likable, but she's not that attractive. You know? Like, you have to have something. It's either that or like, oh, the gameplay has to be so good that it like fucking rocks your socks off, you know? You cannot have a mediocre gameplay, an unattractive protagonist who has an unlikable personality, and also dull game graphics, and also an $80 price tag, and expect that the boys are gonna buy it. That's just not how it works. You gotta give something, you know? Like, at this point, literally anything.
That decision tells me you are either embarrassed or threatened, or you've got some other agenda, and...
The color of palette brown, vomit green, and beige. My favorite is the beige with millennial gray, sort of blurred at the edges.
You're indirectly saying that you do not think this character can be equally compelling and beautiful at the same time. Like, those two things cannot possibly live in the same person. This is nothing new. Caring how a character...
the bisexual purple?
...looks is not some gross gamer thing. Everybody does this. Movie fans, show fans, romantasy readers will go to war over the casting of their book boyfriend. The whole reason I initially got into Baldur's Gate 3 was because of countless girls posting videos of the pretty...
Okay, but that's a mod, okay? I guarantee you... Okay, Baldur's Gate is a little bit woke because you cannot make a hot character without modding. That's absolutely a modded character, okay? Like, Baldur's Gate, you know what? Baldur's Gate is a perfect example of being a little bit woke. Because everyone is sort of really fucking ugly. Maybe Shadowheart is like bangable. But if you look everyone close enough, if you mod them, 10 out of 10. But the story and the gameplay is so fucking good that no one cares. I don't think anyone ever complained about Baldur's Gate being a little bit on the uglier side because the game is so fucking good. You know? Just absolutely fucking divine.
Makeup and clothes that they were styling their tabs with. Pretending looks don't matter, or that it is somehow only a thing guys care about, is just dishonest, and it kills the conversation before...
Mine is the bear sex. You guys are really hung up on the bear sex, huh?
Where it can even start. And with Faye, there has even been a clear change from her design in the previous games.
That must be an AI edit though. No, man. Like, poor girl couldn't even keep her braids. Even her hair color faded. You know, motherhood is tough. Even the ginger is leaving out of you. Fuck, man.
Well, she's supposed to look realistic, or she's dead. it's a fantasy game. There's mythological beings.
Oh yeah, I actually really like those comments who were like, Scoo, you don't understand. She doesn't have to be hot. She literally came back from death. And I'm like, that's the point. She literally came back from death. It's not realistic. So why is the most surreal thing is that she looks good after she comes back from death? Like, she just came back. She just got fucking Jesus. And she cannot look good? Huh?
There's mythological beings all around. One of your companions is a quippy jelly cube. They have just put her...
Bro, I would eat the jelly cube. I would...
in this safe, generic fantasy look that is completely forgettable next to Kratos. And it's not only her, it is the whole creative direction between the quippy, inanimate companions, lack of Kratos, lack of Norse-specific mythology. Just this morning, I saw a tweet from Santa Monica sharing more info about the enchanted pink set of talking ribbons named Rue that will accompany Faye on her journey.
Dude, the entire idea. Do you think that they saw... Fuck, what was that game that flopped so hard with the talking weapon and it was so fucking obnoxious? Forspoken. Do you think they saw Forspoken and they were like, oh my god, bloody genius, and they've just like decided that, okay, we are going to have a fucking cube with like a knife in it, and it's like a peak, absolute cinema. Like, what were they thinking? If it's
Have you seen the bullshit around the release of the new Overwatch character, Xion?
I'm gonna be real with you. Ever since like Overwatch became Overwatch 2, I have not kept up because all the characters became sort of ugly as fuck. I am only visiting the same characters, you know, like the Mercy, Widowmaker, Diva trio in videos, and same bro, same. I have not kept up with any of the new ones, sorry.
Which is exactly the tweet that I would come back to for inspo if I were creating my next Barbie fantasy game. Legitimately, if I did not know Faye was an existing character, I would not know that this was supposed to be a God of War game. Which, even if you take the title off of the cover art, it still doesn't look like a God of War game. But again, if that is not your cup of tea, it is still a female lead, so you just need to accept it, or you might just hate women. Now, flip over to Eevee. A studio hands you a new female lead, and despite some people...
Not like that. You cannot have a female lead that is actually attractive. You misunderstand. You can only like them if they are unlikable, bossy, nagging, and sort of, you know, on the uggo side.
Missing Eve, including me. The overwhelmingly majority of the audience who likes this game was immediately excited. And for the record, I do think Eevee is super cute. It is clear that they were going for an Alita type aesthetic, and as a 5-2 NPC myself,
I guess? Bro, I'm still waiting for the second movie. They said that there will be a follow-up movie and I'm still fucking waiting. Where's my second Alita movie? Huh? I'm still waiting. I was promised. I have been waiting. I was a good girl. Was it I thought that it made good money, like in the cinemas or whatnot. I liked the movie. It was really good. Same time as Conformity Gate. You're too cruel to me. What the fuck?
I am excited that we are finally getting a short queen in the lead role, but the same crowd that was just demanding you accept Faye as your new female lead once again goes, no, not that one. It is just a Gooner game. And then the real controversy, a whole wave of people calling Eevee a literal child.
Bro, I have a hot take, but I don't even know if I'm allowed to say it. I'm not even sure. I think... Bro, hold my big toe, I'm about to say it. I think in a way, maybe, like unknowingly, they are being a little bit racist here. Because they are basically insulting Asian women's looks, but there is so many Asian girls who are actually a grown-ass adult, but they still have like baby face, you know? And they just basically say that you are not allowed to show yourself. You shouldn't be... Like, how many times you see cosplayers, like Asian cosplayers, and they look adorable as fuck, and they cosplay in a bikini or something, and it's like, oh my god, if you do this, you're a PD. I have seen so many Japanese cosplayers write out a note that, hey, if you are from Western part of Twitter, don't interact with my thing because it's very hurtful what you're saying. They literally bully these women because they look youthful. And that's normal in an Asian society to look the way they do. You cannot expect a Japanese girl to look like an American girl. Okay? And just because she looks a little bit like, you know, like their facial features are different. They have a little bit more fat around their cheeks, and they are short and they are flat. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible for a Japanese woman to have big fucking bahonkers, but Asian girls are most a little bit on the flatter side, you know? And you cannot just call everyone who doesn't have a big fucking boob or isn't 170 a child. It's actually mind-boggling that you can say that an entire race of people are just fucking children just because you look like a troglodyte even when you're a 15-year-old. Like, maybe you should look in the mirror and invest in a sunscreen or something if you think that that's a fucking child, you know? And maybe, you know, lower the calorie intake. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, fucking nonsense.
And worse. Now, I have seen attacks coming from all sides. The internet is up in
Crazy.
arms. Journalists have already been writing articles about it.
She looks like a 9-year-old. Buddy, if this is how a 9-year-old looks like in your head...
Nice. Kioski and chat blah la la la
There
blah
you
la la
go.
blah la la la.
Dude has never seen 9-year-olds. Can I just say that it's the weirdest fucking thing that when you see like an anime or a game and you immediately think about a real life child? I can't tell you how strange and weird it fucking feels. You know? It would never occur to me. I am looking at a game and I'm like, okay, that's a game, like whatever. I would not think about it that, yeah, you know, that real life child, the one who is just starting like 3rd grade. Oh yeah, like, what is wrong with you? Jesus Christ, buddy. You need to be fucking locked up.
And while I do think at this point the discourse has gotten a bit out of hand, to try and be as fair as possible, I will admit that the very first shot I saw of her face, I thought she looked a little bit younger, but looking younger and...
Okay, she had like one bad angle, okay? Like, you saw it in the animation that she doesn't look this round and chubby. Sure, they went a little bit overboard with the fucking rendering, and she looks a little bit whatever. But this is not how she is in the gameplay. Like, the fuck?
a child are two completely different things.
Also, I urge everyone to invest and looking into how K-pop singers look like. Because there are singers who are like fucking 30-something-year-old and they still look like this character. And I'm sorry, but telling adult women what they can and cannot do with their bodies. If there would be a word for this.
Western fights think Evie is a child because the last time they weighed under 130 pounds, they were still in elementary school.
That's rough, buddy. That's rough.
A 20-year-old is going...
You know what? Like, I am actually not surprised that they call this a child. I have seen on TikTok how 16-year-olds look like. When 16-year-olds, for whatever the fucking reason, their mother allows them to twerk on camera and they wear already push-up bras and the yoga pants and whatever, and they basically, a 16-year-old look like a 20-year-old, then when you see someone from another culture where it's not normal to be a whore when you're 60, hot take, I don't like it when teenagers twerk on camera. I think it's not decent, and you're setting the child up for failure. You have to let children to be children and keep them the fuck away from social media. Okay? Otherwise, don't be surprised that your girl becomes an OnlyFans model at the ripe old age of 18.
To look younger than a 30-year-old or even a 25-year-old. The creator also stated that they wanted Evie to be shorter and a
I don't know, man. She looks perfectly fine for me. I guarantee you, this entire thing isn't that she looks young. These people do not care about children. Literally, none of them do. They just don't want dudes to be happy. They want you to consume the slop. Okay? They want you to keep the slop alive, eat the slop, be miserable, spend money on your delicious millennial gray slop.
little younger than Eve, which does look to be the case. And even if you want to cherry pick that one shot of her, after watching the rest of the trailer, it is completely obvious she is an adult East Asian woman. Her full character model has even leaked at this point, further proving that.
It's the hair, actually. There were people who photoshopped long hair onto her and she basically looks like Eve. It's the hair. It's because of her short hair. Also, if you see a child with these proportions, like, holy fucking shit, then call someone, because we are going to take a DNA test of her genetic material, okay? Because she might just be the next Victoria's Secret top model. Like, what kind of child looks like this? Like, boobs, hips, and everything, and like killer types. Don't piss me off.
We actually even got our first Evie cosplay, and
she looks beautiful. I even saved this picture for research for myself. She's beautiful, honestly. Okay, bigot, calm down. She's freaking beautiful. Okay, I love this picture. It's chef kiss. Okay, she's gorgeous.
looks great. It is just...
And wow, she's an actual adult human being, and her features are very, very similar to Evie. Checkmate, atheists.
so strange to me, because petite features on an adult woman do not make her a child or childlike. A younger looking face on an adult woman does not make her a child or childlike. Pull up any...
She looks like Anissa. You know, I'm willing to ban you just for that one comment. I unironically, I am willing to ban you just for that one comment. How dare you? How dare you? How fucking dare you? How can you say something like that? Oh my god. Anissa is like Idep's fucking whore of a wife or whatever. Jesus Christ, dude. What is wrong with you?
K-pop group or K-drama, and you'll see this constantly. This is Lisa in her early 20s.
Oh my god, she's basically a child. Holy shit. You see the little cheeks? You see the little fat? Oh my god, she's basically a 5-year-old.
One of the biggest pop stars on the planet. Same for so many Korean stars in their...
Dude, 32-year-old, basically a child. 33? She was only 33, you sick fuck! Oh my god! But you see, this is what I mean. Like, in Japan and Korea and many other Asian countries, it's perfectly normal to look youthful because they take care. These girls put like 10 fucking layers of sunscreen. Everyone knows that sun exposure ages you the most. These girls go out with fucking umbrellas, sunscreen, they cover themselves up and whatnot. They are not aging like we do. Yeah, and past the genetics, also their diet is so much fucking healthier. Okay? And you know, they are like basically the fucking beauty capital, like especially like Korea with all like the treatments. And it's the normal for them. Yeah, they are basically like the elves. A real woman act angry pubescent boys. Actually, you know, if we would bring that up, how many women were groping Justin Bieber, I bet that wouldn't count.
Early 20s, and weirdly, we never saw this discourse over someone like Lily in the first game or Rebecca Chambers in Resident Evil.
Don't give them ideas. You don't need to give them ideas. We could just stop right here without giving them ideas. 7 minutes gives a new context, huh?
Both petite, young adult women. But the part that does kind of give all of this away, though, is that many of these same...
I actually think there is a very strange thing going on in society. It's like, you can be attractive, but only if you monetize it. It's like, and... like, there is like a very specific type of attractive that is socially acceptable. And because if you're an OnlyFans girl, hear me out. If you're an OnlyFans girl, everyone is going to be like, okay, you go girl, slay, get all the things. But if you're just a regular attractive girl, you're going to be called either a pick-me or a tread wife or like some other weird insult that they think that you are. And if you're sort of ugly, then that is all right. And you have to be loved because do you remember the fat positivity movement? It's sort of dead because ever since you guys have the diabetes drug and everyone is losing weight, no one gives a fuck about the fatties, right? But there was a time when there wasn't... the drug, right? And everyone was like, even on Vogue and everything, the fat is beautiful. Yeah, Ozempic, my beloved. I swear, ever since Ozempic happened, it's, you know what? You're right. The fat positivity died because either the fat people literally died at the ripe old age of 33 or they became skinny with Ozempic. And now you don't fucking hear about it. But back then you heard so much that, oh, you must love them. Because if you think they are not attractive, then you're a bigot or whatnot. And now it's the same thing with this. Like, you can only love it. That's their biggest beef, that you're not... If you play a game with an attractive woman character, then it's not a woman who is getting the cold hard cash out of it, but like dude developers. But if you have an OnlyFans chick, and you pay for the OnlyFans chick...
There needs to be a word for the culture of people that are safe, rebellious, and only rebel acceptably, and actually have zero personality and no friends. Because they are the prime supporters of this.
Safe,
They're still rebelling against things that were only a problem 20 years ago and never updated their NPC operating system.
Bro, that safe rebellious sounds like you're like a punk rock, but you have like a condom pulled all over you. So that, yeah, like all of your edges are dulled and you're like safe for me. Basically, yes. You know?
People tried this exact type of thing with the first Stellar Blade. They came after Eve as hard as they possibly could.
You know, I still remember when everyone lost their marbles about Eve, and now I'm starting to see that actually Eve is a lesbian and she's for the girlies, and I'm like, we are not playing that. You are not fucking starting that. Like, you can fuck right off.
Male gaze, offensive, unrealistic. I've even seen receipts now of the time when people claimed Eve herself had a childlike face.
Ah, okay. I swear, these people... You know, I think we should start gatekeeping anything about Asian culture. Like, they don't deserve it. Like, how many times you watch anime and say, oh my god, actually fan service is not good. And oh my god, that's a literal child. And oh my god, you're watching an anime about schoolgirls. Okay, Miss Troglodyte, I totally care about your opinion. Thank you.
The whole thing did not land. The game was a hit. Fans loved it. Of course, in the
well, yeah, she looks 14 because, oh my, don't make me start it. Don't make me start it just because, don't make me start it.
Of course, in the second game, fresh off of all of the Laufey discourse, with everybody already worked up about women in games, they were always going to come and swing even harder. And this time, the swing has shifted to the worst thing that they could think of. She's literally a child. But like I said, it is...
She's literally... You see all those high heels? You know, if people care about children so much, how is it that no one fucking cares when actual children are being paraded in like makeup and tiaras for like these beauty pageants? Why does no one care when Netflix releases the fucking Cuties movie, which is like real life children twerking on the screen? I haven't heard hate about that. Why is it that when it's about digital, actual, non-existent women who are attractive...
We need a slur to call white women with zero personality that have decided they get to boss everyone around as to what they can do.
I thought that's just a Karen. I don't know, we have to op it, like Karen to the max or something.
Like I said, it is not just Evie. Eve was also problematic. To be was unrealistic. There was a time Bayonetta was not accepted. The new Lara Croft needed dragging for wearing makeup. A fully clothed, high-collar character like Amelie from Knight's Path was just called unrealistic and tradwife porn.
I will be honest with you. I swear to God, these are either really fucking ugly people who are self-conscious about how ugly they are and they want ugly representation so that they feel better about themselves, or a bunch of other women who are just too competitive and they want to be the special one. You know? It's like an ego trip or something. I don't know. I don't know where this fucking jealousy is coming from. Why is it that you can only succeed if you can pull others down? Are you not good enough? Are you really that mediocre that you have to drag everything and everyone around you down so that you can be the special one? That's kind of pathetic, bro. There's an English philosopher that noticed that art is dead in the West and beauty is bad and all art is just destroying things and making things ugly. His name was Roger Scruton. Bro, they named him after the fucking breadcrumbs. That's rough.
And that unrealistic claim gets me every single time, because where was this realism crowd for something like Baldur's Gate 3? A game that I...
What a jump. Fuck me, man. I'm sorry.
Baldur's Gate 3, a game that I love, game of the year, but also a game where, if you wanted to, you could take Shadowheart, Bazel, and Karlach into
oh my god,
battle completely booty naked with no mods required. Why didn't they show up?
You know, I'm not going to judge you, but if you romance Lae'zel, I will just see you in a different light. You know, I'm not judging. I'm not judging, but I will remember then.
For 1348,
I still remember. I remember when Asket said that he romanced Lae'zel, and I was like, you know what? I can see it. It makes sense.
Voto, with a female lead in a full practical suit of medieval armor. Because it was never about realism. It is about which women in which games are allowed to be attractive, and underneath that, it has never really been about female leads at all. It has always been, no, not that one. The second a female character threatens the narrative or the developers, she is shoved out the door, insults flying, a pawn that gets moved off the board the moment that she's inconvenient. But finally, moving away from character design, we do have to address the other elephant with God of War.
Elephant? Are we talking about Concord again? Holy shit.
The repeat pattern of male-led franchises being handed to female leads.
Oh, that elephant, right.
Now, I don't know. God of War Laufey could end up being a great game that fans unite together on and end up loving.
It just looks so outdated for me, man. Like, I cannot not look at it and be like, I don't know, maybe my standards are too high at this point. You know? Like, I keep thinking about, like, how Cyberpunk was, like, very fucking amazing. How Resident Evil was, like, very fucking amazing.
Oh,
how good. Stellar Blade. It's a pretty... I know, but it just looks so... I don't know. I think it's not for me. You know, I'm not gonna hate on it. If you wanna play it, I hope you will have fun with it. I hope it's not going to be too expensive. But personally, it doesn't grasp me.
I don't know the future.
The cube ruined it for me. You can always just mute it.
But even if that does happen, it is obvious that Santa...
Dude, I Is it going to be PlayStation only? Because if not, then I'm sure there will be a mod to mute the cube.
Monica is making a lot of creative decisions with this game that at the very least are sparking
no, it's Sony exclusive. Then you cannot mute the cube. I'm so sorry.
a lot of backlash from their fan base, from the quippy blue cube, sparkly talking ribbons, and quirky millennial dialogue to playing as Faye herself. At the heart of it, you've still got a beloved male-led franchise that is doing great and has been around for the last 20 years. The studio then decides it wants to tell a woman's story, which is completely fine, but instead of building her a brand new world, they hand her an existing one and move the original lead into the passenger seat or the trunk. And I think that if this was just a one-off thing, not a consistent pattern, people...
Yeah, they do it quite a lot. That's the other thing. I don't think anyone would care if these were like new franchises, but it's like they sort of like hop onto existing successful franchises and they just literally deball them. You know? And it's like, oh, you don't like it? Why don't you like it? Well, you are a sexist.
Might not be so vocal about it. I don't know, it's hard to say because the tone is pretty different too with this one. But Sony Studios just can't stop doing this. Naughty Dog killed Joel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. You know what? I am not mad about The Witcher and Ciri because I think Ciri was an important part of like the original franchise as well. So people would be curious about her side. I think that's a bad example. But like, you know what? I would even forgive this if they wouldn't have killed off Joel. If Joel would have been just like a side character and you shift from like having more Ellie. But yeah. You know, yeah, it doesn't exist. Right. I don't... Is this Uncharted? Oh my God. Bruh. This, I swear to God, every time I look at this character, have you guys seen how uncanny makeup looks like? It's like a trend. She looks so uncanny. She doesn't even need the fucking makeup. She just looks like a fucking ghost or like a monster squatting in the darkness or something.
And handed you Ellie and then made you play as Abby for half of the game. Uncharted spun off without Nathan Drake at all, just Chloe and Nadine. Ghost of Tsushima.
Can I just also say that I guarantee you that they changed something on her face. I remember when the trailer came out for The Witcher and everyone called Ciri a hag, and then they suddenly a few months later drop another trailer and she looks so much cuter. Like, you cannot gaslight me into this shit, okay? I have played these games before, buddy. I know what you have done, okay? I don't fucking care. And it wasn't even that hard. It wasn't. They just unhaggified her and now she looks amazing. Oh, that was good.
GG flavor is out. Skja taste. Shipping
Yes.
to EU €20. Skja despair.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Does huge numbers, and the follow-up, Yote, is not Jin's story anymore, it is Atsu's. And not Sony, but same thing with
A lot
Geralt.
of people expected Joel to die in 2. How he went out like a chump got people upset.
Yeah. I have a feeling that there were more things. It's just... The charm, partially the charm, beside that Last of Us 1 is an amazing fucking zombie game, and it was very, very well done and whatever, was that it was a father and a daughter, right? And no one, like, there was that little DLC where Ellie was, like, dancing with the little girl, and they sort of established that Ellie is into girls, and I don't think anyone cared much about it. It was like, okay, Ellie is into girls, whatever the fuck. But then... you have the second game. Skull,
I'm
shut
so
the fuck
glad they
up!
killed off Joel. His toxic presence was really killing the vibe of the game.
Oh
The writing
my
was good, but I
God.
feel like we needed more female representation in The Last of Us 2. Thank God the game devs delivered. The game is so much better now. I never played the game though.
Shut the fuck up. But yeah, so it's like, it's about what is the second game about. It's basically Joel is humiliated and killed, like basically like a dog on the floor, right? And what's the character who kills Joel? I forgot her name. Like, she was supposed to be like the daughter of the doctor who Joel kills, Abby, yeah. And I think that's not a bad story, right? I think that could have worked, that it's like, oh, Abby takes revenge on Joel. It was just such a badly executed thing. It's like, first 5 minutes, oh yeah, you killed my father. Anyways, tick, 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 tick. You know, it was... the fuck? And then she becomes unlikable, and then there was the plot about that she's with the chick who is pregnant, and then she's like she's like the father, like who goes for milk, and it's like, oh, you're not going to go for milk, you will stay here for me and the baby, right? You will totally not go and try to kill Abby. Yeah, I pinky promise. Also, Ellie goes to milk. Yeah, like, I don't know, I think it was just badly written, honestly.
Finishing his story in Witcher 3, and now Witcher 4 belongs to Ciri. Now, to be clear, I love Chloe, I love Ellie, I love Ciri, and I don't think playing as them is a bad thing, but it is about what they keep being used to do and any type of discourse that follows. Replacing or sidelining a beloved protagonist, any protagonist.
I think, you know, I keep thinking about what you guys said, that Joel died badly. I think they blew it too early. I think it should have been like the height of the game. It should have been peak drama that, oh my god, Joel is dead. And instead of just giving him like a humiliating little spit on your face death, and then moving on, and it's just all about Ellie being a bad mother or father or whatever the fuck she was at this point, you know?
A man or woman will inevitably get pushed back. That is very normal. We just talked about it.
I think you need to stop your double surgery. It's more important that we get women than gaming. You're such an extremist. Yeah.
With Evie replacing Eve, and it even happened with something as beloved as Red Dead 2. But the second it's a woman stepping into a man's role, the conversation just ends, because suddenly you're not allowed to ask whether it was a good creative call, whether it still appeals to the target audience, whether it's something that fans can rally behind, because now you hate women. And this is not specific to gaming. The same move has played out across Marvel, across Star Wars, the whole the Force is female thing, sold as being more inclusive, but it tends to land at...
I just, you know, I don't understand one thing. Why are they changing sci-fi and fantasy thing and try to cater to women? I'm going to grossly generalize here, but most girls don't give a flying fuck about comics and sci-fi. You know, they don't care. They will think you're a loser if you're into like Star Wars or Magic the Gathering and shit like that. So why do you cutesify it? You know, like they are watching their whatever TV show, some drama llama slop and Love and Deep Space and whatever the fuck nugget they are watching. Like the dating shows on Netflix. I don't fucking know. They are not going to be like, actually, I am going to go and watch the Star Wars trilogy, but like the first one with like Luke Skywalker. None of them is going to have like a fucking Star Wars marathon during the weekend. No one is going to be like, honey, it's time to sit down and watch the entire season of Mandalorian. You know? I'm sorry, but we will have to watch Andor from the beginning, all 2 seasons. Like, they are not gonna do that.
As taking something that people...
They're going to watch shit like, I don't know, like the Vampire Diaries or Gossip Girl or... I don't know, like fucking Amazon Prime has all of these women dating teenager nonsense that I don't care about. I don't know their titles.
Mostly men,
you know,
love deciding it's problematic and then fixing it for the modern audience. And that tells me it is not actually about telling women's stories at all. I think if that were the case, we would probably see a lot more brand new stories and characters standing on their own.
Oh my god, the cube is attacking from behind. I have seen hentais like this before.
It is more about coming down on masculinity and breaking existing toys, because I really only ever...
It looks so funny. It's like a fucking... Do you know, it reminds me of... Sorry, Hungarian joke. It's like a fucking bowl of kochonya. It's just like aggressively wobbling behind you. It's like, oh, I'm going to catch you.
Runs in one direction. When is the last time you saw anyone ever take an established and very well-known female lead and swap her out for a man?
Yeah,
the next Horizon game is not going to be led by Aaron. Lara Croft...
He's beautiful.
Croft's next adventure is not going to sideline her for Winston the Butler. The Alien franchise is not going to cast a man as the lead role for their next movie, which...
You sure about that? We got a very autistic women for Alien Earth, so that's, you know...
Again, like I said, it's kind of where the Stellar Blade sequel shows us another angle. Shift Up has seemingly benched Eve for a brand new lead, and while I am going to really miss her, this is completely different from the God of War situation. Evie still fits the world extremely well and is someone that the existing audience would want to play as. Despite their differences, you cannot tell me that she does not fit the existing Stellar Blade expectations. I mean, come on, they are clearly still building this game for their target audience, and they even split from Sony to do it on their own terms. And that's the...
Because they know that, like, you know, all those boys who are in Asia and they only like work from home if they work at all, and they blow all of their money on like fucking gacha. They are not interested in a morbidly obese, shaved-headed woman as the main character. They are not going to spend money on that. Are you crazy?
Part that kind of made this whole week a little funny to me. After all of the discourse started with God of War, I knew that if I was just a little patient, this argument would settle itself in record time. Enter Summer Game Fest and all of the other titles featured across Xbox and PlayStation, where it fell apart pretty quickly and we saw such a celebration for women in games across the board. Resident Evil Veronica, Final Fantasy VII Revelation, and Street Fighter VI, 1666 imps.
I heard that this game had like a big developer. Wasn't he the Assassin's Creed guy who just like fucking laughed because they have been cock blocking him? I think this might be good. The 1666 Amsterdam, whatever.
Amsterdam, Gundam Rogue Orbit, Alien Isolation 2, Ace Combat 8, Castlevania, Belmont's Curse,
Looks
Beast
good.
of Reincarnation. I'm sure there's more that I missed, but plenty of games with upcoming female leads or prominent female characters that fans are super excited for. I don't think anyone is mad that Faye exists, and I'm sure a lot of people probably like her as a character, but even if you think the game will be good,
I think they are mad because it's a continuous pattern. It's not about Faye, it's about that they are like, again, I have to eat the slop. Fine.
A beloved male protagonist in his own series,
it's not
and
personal.
Giving him the same treatment that we continue to see happen,
Again.
while also totally changing the game, and then not understanding how there could be pushback.
I love what there was like this post on Twitter that they were like, oh my god, but look at the gameplay, and it was like a long ass cutscene of just like her like doing jumps and getting tossed against the wall, and what it was all a cutscene. What the gameplay
Is why we will continue to see this discourse happen. Players are tired of pointing at something with their own two eyes and being told that it is not happening. While gaming in general has always skewed male, God of War in particular has always leaned hard in that direction, and that is not to say that women do not enjoy the series as well, but it is not hard to understand that many fans would of course rather play as Kratos in a God of War game than his dead wife. It's kind of like a bully on the playground who has been smacking you around every day for years, and you've just...
It's his dead second wife. It's such an unremarkable title to be Kratos' dead second wife.
Been taking it because that's how it's gone for as long as you can remember, until one day you catch his hand and you tell him to stop hitting you, and he looks at you like you are the one that has the problem. We are not the bullies for asking this...
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. What the fuck is that facial expression? Oh my god! Imagine you wake up next to that. That's like a zombie. That's like the Night King from Game of Thrones. Oh my god. What is that, buddy? Oh, I know that you're like very angry and you're in the mood and whatever, but holy fuck, buddy. Oh.
Asking the smacking to finally stop. And all of the pushback lately in general, not just Laufey or the ongoing female character debate, but mixtape, stop killing games, players voting with their wallets, tired of paying more for getting less, voicing what they think. The sheer venom that pushback always gets from journalists, the internet, or just people in the industry is exactly how you know that it's landing. They would not get this rattled if the pushback was not doing something.
I am actually very happy that these gaming companies are going down.
I can't see one character in a wheelchair, or a plus-sized person in Stellar Blade or God of War. All these games are so bigoted tbh.
True.
Do better, game devs. Hope this helps.
That just reminds me how they put fucking Khadgar into a magical wheelchair in World of Warcraft. Do you remember when World of Warcraft about was a world and it's war and craft, and now you have disabled Khadgar in his pink wheelchair? Times are rough, man.
Like gaming studio would not be firing back at a pizza company's goofy tweet. And unless these companies can fully support themselves on this modern audience that they are constantly seeking, until they remember what and who they are building for, this will just keep happening over and over again. All right, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for being here. I know this one was a little bit more critical, but I don't want the takeaway to be from this week that I am bitter. There were genuinely so many exciting things announced, and it just reminded me that I love
Ew, what is she doing? Does she have a Hindusi?
games. I want more than anything for this industry to course correct and improve, and there are so many devs and studios out there who are working tirelessly to make this happen, and we have gotten some really great games over the past few years with lots more to come soon. Like I talked about a couple of videos ago, I think ultimately it all comes down to trust. The studios that trust and respect their core audience and build for them are the
Honestly, I really feel like lately, like Asian games are the best. Like, you know, all the games from like FromSoft, Capcom shit, like all the Resident Evil, the Silent Hill can be a little bit hit or miss, but they are still like kind of good.
ones that earn our trust back.
Stellar
and
Blade.
The more of them that we get, the faster this whole thing turns around. Thanks again for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.
Dude, I saw that they are making like an Elden Ring TV show or something, and they removed all the boobs. Or whatnot. And I'm like, oh. All the fucking boobs are gone. I was so sad. Yeah, the feet. They censored the feet. Oh, it's so sad. Very good. I like this. I like this one. It was very nice.